What's up, collectors? Welcome to Films by Color. My name is DJ, and I just got back from a trip out to LA where I went to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood. I had a great time out there going through all the movie-themed haunted houses, riding the movie-themed rides and experiences. So much fun, but another huge highlight of the trip was getting to visit the famous Amoeba Music, which is the world's largest independent record shop. They had so much music, but they also had a massive movie section. Blu-rays, 4Ks, DVDs, box sets, boutique releases, anything you could think of. They had it in store. I saw so many things that I've only ever seen online. It was a ton of fun. I was lucky enough to meet up with my friend Connor, who's been on the channel before, and we just spent hours sifting through everything they had, and I took some footage for you guys. I'm gonna show you that footage now, and then at the end of the video, I'll go over all of the stuff I got, because I did get a pretty big stack of things to share with you guys. So let's go ahead and jump into the California footage. Hope you enjoyed the video. All right, here we are heading into the store, guys, and it was huge. They had so much stuff in this store. The first thing we saw was this little display here of movies, and I gotta say right off the bat, the prices were a little crazy. $55 for this Stop Making Sense, the Bill and Ted box set, $96. So I was a little worried, but hopefully we can find some good deals in here somewhere. They had some brand new Criterions that just came out. There's the Bringing Out the Dead Paramount Presents 4K. I gotta get me one of those soon. Here is more of the movie section. We found this nice little section here with some international features. They had a couple indicator titles right there. Everything was organized by country, which was very cool. They had Satan Tango right there from Bellatar, which I do own, but I need to upgrade to that new box set from Curzon that's coming out soon. They had a few Radiance titles, a couple in the Japanese section and then in the Italian section as well. Always great to see some Radiance thrown in there. And then right over here was an entire Criterion section. Connor found the Pandora's Box Digipack that's out of print. They had a bunch of box sets up there on top. Some Eclipse series. I took a look at the Martin Scorsese box set, but it was still sealed and pretty pricey. It broke my heart to see this Sabu set in such bad shape. How dare they? There's the Essential Art House box set, still sealed, but I think all of those are available on Blu-ray at this point. Got to see the director's section if you want to find some Ingmar Bergman films, a couple other Eclipse series. That one was in real bad shape. This one, though, is still sealed, and $20 is a pretty good price for that. Really cool to see some of the older Criterion DVDs out in the wild, and some Blu-rays that I've never seen in stores before. There's one that I've never seen at any of my Barnes & Nobles, and there's another one that I've never seen, only $15 for that one. And there's another one that I haven't seen, Seduced and Abandoned, great cover art on that one. They had this copy of Bound put out by Olive Films, which is now out of print because Criterion has the rights, and they got a sticker right on there to let you know that it's out of print. Underneath the table, they had even more Criterions down here. Just so much stuff to dig through. Haxan, the original DVD of Haxan right there. I've never seen that artwork before. The Wong Kar-wai box set, still sealed, in front of the Edgar Wright section for some reason. There is a Lars von Trier box set put out by Mubi. Mubi is in the box set game now, and it looks like a really nice set. Connor was on the fence about maybe grabbing that one. They also had a few copies of Dogma back there on the shelf, just the DVD though, not the Blu-ray. Still cool to see though in the wild. A couple more Lars von Trier movies. They had a pretty good stack of his films. Over here, I saw from a mile away the Shinobi box set from Radiance. I really want to get my hands on that one. $65 though, a little too much for me this time around, but hopefully I can find one of those soon. They also had the Shaw Brothers Classics box set from Shout, which looks like another really cool box set. And keeping it going, the Game of Clones from Severin. This came out earlier this year. Box set of all the Bruce Lee ripoff films. And look at the artwork on this Dragons Forever box set. This looks incredible. They also had the Godzilla Kong box set from Warner Brothers. This is a studio release, but it actually looks really nice. I like the hard box. I like the fold-out digipack that goes inside. Surprisingly cool release from a studio, but $135, so I quickly put that back on the shelf. There's Conan from Arrow, Conan the Destroyer. They had the Friends 4K complete series box set already on the shelf. That's pretty controversial restoration, I think. I've heard a lot of stuff about it online. I have not watched it yet, but there it was. There's Little Darlings from the Cinematograph line from Vinegar Syndrome. Love seeing that stuff out in the wild in stores. The JFK box set from Shout. I've seen that before. Used to see that at Best Buy back in the day. Taxi Driver Steelbook. I'm still holding out for a standard release of that. A couple other 4Ks here. You see they got Sweeney Todd. They had quite a few 4Ks. There's the classic Monsters box set, which is kind of a downgrade from the Blu-ray set as far as packaging goes, so I'm not excited to upgrade that one. Another big Arrow box set, the Clash of the Titans set. A bunch of the Kino Lorber Film Noir box sets. And this section was pretty cool. They had some old classic comedies, Abbott and Costello, the Marx Brothers, there's Animal Crackers right there, and some Tarzan films right behind it, other classic films. This was a wall of box sets, mostly TV box sets, but there's some movie sets in here as well. You can see The Fly right there, the Blu-ray box set from Shout. What an incredible looking box set. Very nice. Never seen that in person before. They also had a steelbook section. Nothing but steelbooks over here. There's the Justice League 4K steelbook. There's the Killer Clowns 4K steelbook as well. We've got Dread, the Lionsgate steelbook. I have been actually wanting that for a while. It was only 20 bucks. Pretty good price. And another Lionsgate steelbook, Lord of War, starring Nicolas Cage right there. I always love to see the Lionsgate steelbooks in the wild. We've got the beautiful Lair of the White Worm steelbook that came out earlier this year. Fright Night. Groundhog Day. Nice steelbook for Groundhog Day. And that new Guns of Navarone steelbook as well. They had some of the new releases from Kino Cult. Frogs and the Food of the Gods. Really cool to see some new boutique releases already at the store. Up here, I found another Cinematograph release for Joyride, a brand new release from Vinegar Syndrome. But this is right around the time that my phone started to die, so I think that's going to do it for the in-store footage. Let's go ahead and jump back into the future and see what I brought home with me. All right, we're back at home. Hope you enjoyed that little window into the Amoeba Music Store out in California. And I hope someday you get to go and visit because it was a lot of fun. Really great store. Prices were a little steep on a lot of things, but I didn't go for the big box sets. I actually went for some more obscure, like off the beaten path, weird titles, and I was able to get some good prices on those. I'm actually gonna start with the more mainstream stuff and then go down into the more obscure stuff as we go. And I did grab a couple spooky season titles because it is October as I'm shooting this, so I got a couple weird horror movies that hopefully I can get to this month. Let's start off though with a big popular movie that a lot of people know. This is a Coen Brothers film. My wife's trying to collect all the Coen Brothers movies, so I grabbed this as a gift to her, and she was very excited about it. We watched this recently, and she loves it. It's Raising Arizona, $9.99, just a bare bones standard Blu-ray of this. Did a quick search on eBay, and it looks like this is the only Blu-ray version, so I went ahead and grabbed it. Normally, I would like to hold out and find a nicer version, maybe a boutique version or something, but this is all we've got right now, which is fine, and maybe we'll upgrade it eventually if a 4K comes out. A lot of Coen Brothers movies have been getting 4K releases lately, so maybe we'll upgrade, but this is perfectly fine for now. My wife loves this movie, and now she has a way to watch it anytime. There it is, $9.99, Raising Arizona. You're probably familiar with that one. This next one's a pretty popular film too. If you're familiar with Cinerama, which was a style of shooting film where the screen would wrap all the way around the sides of you. I actually went past the Cinerama Dome in LA when I was there. It looks awesome. Unfortunately, it's been shut down and it's not open right now, but hopefully someone will buy that theater soon and we can open it up again. But Cinerama was mainly used for like travel logs and documentary style films. There was only 2 feature films made in Cinerama, and I did a review of the other one a couple years back on the channel, pretty early on in the channel, when it was released on Blu-ray for the first time ever. And there it is, The Wonderful World of Brothers Grimm. That's a really fun movie, and then completely different, the only other narrative film released on Cinerama is How the West Was Won, and this is the one I just got at Amoeba, and it's got this lovely digibook release. I wish we got a digibook for that other film as well, but this is awesome. This one has been on my list for a long time, and I've never seen it in the wild. I've seen it on eBay. Got it for a pretty good price, $18. You see it says out of print right there on the top. So they kind of know what they're doing at this store. They know how to sell us collectors. But How the West Was Won is a movie I've never seen, but I've always been interested in it. Like I said, because of the Cinerama. This one's still sealed, so I'm gonna try to open it up. It looks like they've taped it shut though, so it might take me a minute here. There we go, got the shrink wrap off, and it is in great shape. Like I said, still sealed, so it looks awesome. How the West Was Won right there on the spine, still has the J card on it. There we go, there's your card. And look at this, this is wonderful. There's the first disc, you got 2 Blu-ray discs in here, the feature, and then you've got some bonus features there in the back, and a whole bunch of information inside the digibook. I love digibooks, I wish we did them more. I did a whole video about my top 10 favorite digibooks a few months ago now on the channel, and that was a lot of fun. I wish we got more of these, but that's How the West Was Won, a nice little pickup. Glad I found that. Finally checking that one off the list. And then getting a little bit more obscure here, we're gonna go with a boutique label, Kino Lorber. This is from the Kino Classics line, and it's part of the Ernst Lubitsch collection. It's a silent film. I've seen a lot of Ernst Lubitsch films. Grace and I have been really enjoying going through his filmography the last couple of years, but I've never seen one of his silents. And this one goes all the way back to 1918, so very early. And there it is, right there. It's Carmen, starring Pola Negri, who I think this is the film that really put her on the map. This was $15, so not a great price or anything, but that's probably about what I would pay on eBay or on the Kino Lorber website or anywhere else I was gonna buy this release. I'll go ahead and pull the shrink wrap off. I hate when that happens, when like the glue is on the spine and you peel the shrink wrap off and it leaves that annoying residue. Happy to find this in the wild though. There's something about finding them in the wild that's so much more fun than just finding it on eBay. Nice disc, nice artwork on the disc. Very simple, like Kino usually does, but I'm glad they're putting these films out on Blu-ray. This is crazy that we're getting 1918 silent German films on Blu-ray. It's amazing. It's a great time to be a collector. I love all these boutique labels, and it looks like there are a little bit of special features. It looks like there's an audio commentary by a film historian and a short documentary about the restoration. So that looks really interesting. You can see the photos there on the back. It's using the color tinting that they were doing in this time period. Carmen from Ernst Lubitsch collection. And then jumping over to another boutique label, Imprint. That's what I keep getting into Imprint, despite all of my subscribers warning me against it because it's a money pit. I can't help myself. I keep picking up Imprint titles. These are new Imprint titles, pretty new, pretty recent titles. And they were pretty good prices for getting them over here in the States. These are expensive to import. Imprint is an Australian company, but I grabbed 2 kind of spooky Halloween horror themed titles, and they seem very similar to each other, so I'm glad I found both of them. They're both red. They both have red spines. I'll just start with the first one here on top. It's called Woman Who Came Back. Look at that poster. What a great poster. I love these classic posters. A woman believes she's bewitched and goes to her ancestral home. The villagers soon begin to think that she too is victim to the spell cast on her family for centuries. Perfect spooky season watch. This is from 1945. I love me some 1940s horror movies. And look at the back, look at that. What is that? That kind of sold me on it. That weird, creepy paper mache witch mask. I don't know what's going on there. A few special features on here, audio commentary, a featurette called Portraits of the Past and Haunted by the Witch, a video essay. I'll take it out here so you can see it. Look at that. The red carries through onto the back and the spine. And there you go. Look at that. Nice classy artwork on the front from Imprint. I'll show you the disc. The disc actually has the poster art on there, which is really cool. And we've got a screenshot from the film on the inside. Love when they do reverse cover art. Very cool. Very cool release. So it's about a woman coming back to life. And then the second one that I got here, also from Imprint, is called Catacombs. Look at that. What a poster. That's such a good poster. And this one says it is the story of the girl who twice returned from the grave. So we're taking this female resurrection and we're raising it to 2 resurrections. British Lion Films presents a masterpiece of suspense. An astute businesswoman is completely devoted to her faithless husband who must kill her to carry on with her pretty young niece. It turns out that the dead don't die so easily. So we've got a little bit of a revenge plot here, coming back from the grave to get back at her unfaithful husband. This one actually has a nice yellow theme going throughout the case underneath. And another black and white cover. These seem very similar releases. I don't know if these were released near each other. I guess I can look at the spine numbers. Let's see. They are. These must have come out the same month. This is 315 and Catacombs is 317. There's the disc right there, again with the poster art and a nice image in the back. Very, very nice. I'm excited to check these out. These are exactly the kind of things I like to watch in October. I'm not big on serial killer movies or slasher movies. Halloween for me is not a genre. It's more like an aesthetic. It's a feeling. It is a mood. And I like this kind of spooky, like mostly at night, like smoke machines and haunted houses and that kind of stuff. That's what I want for Halloween. And these look perfect. These look great. They go great together. I'm glad I found both of them. They were both $25, which obviously is more than anything else I've talked about so far, but they are in-print releases imported from Australia, so I was willing to pay that extra price because I never see these over here. Never see these at my stores, so very happy to have both of those. And then this last one here is the most obscure thing I picked up. I've never even heard of this, but the poster and the title alone sold me on this one. I'm so happy I stumbled across this. This is Cocaine Fiends. What a great title. The Cocaine Fiends. This is a film from 1935, and it also includes the 1928 silent film, The Pace That Kills. If you have no idea what this is, these are exploitation films. These are a part of a series from Kino Classics. Forbidden Fruit, The Golden Age of the Exploitation Picture, Volume 16. There's 15 other ones of these, and maybe more. I don't know how many there are, but this is my number 16 in the Forbidden Fruit collection from Kino Classics. So it's a subsection of Kino Lorber, and it's got this incredible poster. These are like drug films, like anti-drug propaganda films. The Pace That Kills from 1928 is actually, it says here on the back, it set the template for Reefer Madness, which you may have heard of. Reefer Madness is this really famous anti-marijuana film from the 1930s. Big drug scare films happening all over the place in the 1930s. So that silent film is on here that inspired that. I've talked about Reefer Madness before with my friend John. He really wants to see that as just kind of a time capsule piece. It's probably, none of these are probably very good, but they're gonna be fun to watch. So I can't wait to watch some of these with them. I'll read the description here. A cocaine snorting gangster lures a small town waitress to the big city where a series of tragedies unfold. When her brother attempts to locate her, he falls into his own whirlpool of drugs and moral degradation. The Cocaine Fields is a remake of the wildly successful 1928 silent film, The Pace That Kills. So we've got a remake. That's why they're both included on here. It's a remake of The Pace That Kills, which was the template for Reefer Madness. So a very weird, I love picking up, if you don't know by now, I love picking up just weird, obscure things, and I love watching them. So this is Cocaine Fiends. It has an audio commentary for Cocaine Fiends, an audio commentary for The Pace That Kills, alternate opening titles, and a couple other things, re-release trailer, and some galleries. Maybe I'll get to this month. This might fit into a spooky October theme this month. It's gonna stick to the spine again. Why do they glue it there? If you know a way so that doesn't happen, let me know, because that drives me nuts. Same kind of thing here. You got a yellow disc on the inside, both films on one disc. A fun release, and I had to pick it up. Under 20 bucks. So there we go, a pretty good haul. I've got 2 drugsploitation films, 2 horror films from Imprint, another silent film for my silent film collection, and then a Cinerama film with a beautiful digibook for my digibook collection. I'm happy. This is a great haul. Not exactly what I was expecting. I was kind of expecting to get like a big box set or something, but like I said, those sets were very overpriced. So I'm glad I came away with this very eclectic mix. I think this is a better fit for my collection. I like curating my collection, and here's some weird stuff to put back there on the shelf and pull down someday soon and watch. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that little sneak peek into the store and to this kinds of stuff I like picking up. Let me know in the comments if you've seen any of these films or if you've been to the store or anything else you want to talk about physical media. I love talking to you guys down there in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, all those good things. And until next time, keep collecting, and I'll be back with another one real soon.